Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another character series from the Trash Can League. Today, this is the round 6 game between Eaglemut and Sheckler. Game number 1 will be played on New England, and we see Eaglemut playing as the Haud spawning to the southwest of the map in the colour red, where his opponent, that is Sheckler, he's playing the Dutch and he's spawning to the northeast of the map in the colour blue. In his base, we see 70 food, 40 coins, ran past with 40 food treasure already. But he's working on a treasure, just picked up 30 coin there himself. Nearby 40 food as well. All these food treasures really helping here. And even his 25 XP, 25 gold isn't too bad. 70 food. And there's the mature black bear cub. So like every treasure this side of the map for Dutch is certainly worth taking. And yeah, it looks like Shaq's going to have a great start here, it seems. Looks like he's going to go for 11 vil. Villagers staying here, committing to the 15 vil, going to pick up the 40 coin here. But with all his food treasure, I'm expecting a really fast bank time, so I'll check back in on that one. Meanwhile, Eaglemut is working really early on another Haud Tomahawk, which is nice, but not resources this early in the game. I suppose if you get that up nice and early, it can help you get the other shipments, which is probably what he wants. He's been working his best, kiting both the treasures. Oh, he might get it. Oh, don't reset. Why would you reset with a wolf on 43 HP? I suppose he's trying to prioritize here, remaining HP, but he doesn't do the micro trick to kind of stagger it, so he doesn't know what he's doing, and in the end, probably just delays the timing of that kill in the end. Yeah, that's the next Tomahawk. Will get a sheep, and yeah, 50 food is up for grabs. More sheep, a healer, more Tomahawk. So it looks like this side of the map, Eaglemut's just got all the utility treasures. And on this side of the map, Sheckler's got all the resource treasures. So I'd definitely rather spawn on Sheckler's side. 70 food there as well is a nice pickup. He's got good eyes as well for the rest of the treasures thanks to the envoy. So pretty decent. Looking at Sheckler's got 4 sheep under his control. Eaglemut just has a single sheep. He's going for an age 1 dock. I want to say that's actually quite delayed. He's gone for the longhouse with. He's gone for the longhouse as part of the build. He's built the longhouse, so he's not really getting any fishing boats here from the dock. That's just a shame to see. It's like when a player tries. I'm not going to say it's a complex build, but when a player tries to do something, different than just bot standard normal, and it doesn't quite go to plan. It's always a bit of shame to see. And the herding here from Eaglemut, this animal's critically low HP. It gets to the point where you might have to gather from the sheep and the berries to minimize your walking time over to here. And Eaglemut is not paying attention or giving due diligence to this hunting and herding in age 1. And this is just, I've seen this with some other players like Sheckler and Eaglemut, and the priority in age 1 is your villager control and your villager herding. Sometimes just forget the explorer. Just take 2 seconds out. All this walking here. Eaglemut queued up another villager. He doesn't need to, I don't think. He could have just cancelled and started aging, but it's going to age up 1 vil later as a result to try and get this in. The thing is, it's these little things. What really irks me with that is in the sense that if you're out on the map with the explorer, things may go wrong, things may go right. You're playing versus your opponent. Sometimes you have to, kind of play versus your opponent heads up, like kind of see what he's up to, try and counter it. But all the stuff happening in your base is all on you. It's just you. You're playing yourself in that sense. And when that doesn't go quite well, it just feels awkward. Like look at Sheckler, beautiful macro and base, and Eaglemut. Yeah, now onto the tree line, and his next hunt's not been herded in at all. Yep, good observations. This is a Huron settlement spawn. You can also get the Cherokee as well. Evolution asking for both players to go full of water here. I will have to disagree. I suppose the Haudenosaunee can try and go for like a supplementary side eco, but versus potential aggression here from the Haudenosaunee, I feel that standard Dutch kind of defensive play is absolutely fine. But I'm sure if we look at Sheckler's deck, he does have 3 floats. He's got 3 floats, 2 caravels, improved warships, frigate, and the Dutch fleet monitor 2 floats, which I have sent that card in a few team games before. Why has he got a team spice trade in his Oh my god, why have you got that? No. Why have you got Team Spice Trade? That's a terrible card in 1v1. Terrible. So, yeah, Sheckler does not have Town Militia here, or Clone Militia. Does not have a bank card in H1. I mean, I'd like to have just the one card. I don't think I'd ever get around to sending two in a 1v1. Does have the key cards, no 5 Hussars here. And I think versus Eero as well, and the kind of recent musket ride nerf, the 5 Hussars work quite well in this deck. So, yeah, again, like it's one of those things that you don't have to be the most fantastic player, but sometimes it's always nice to kind of bring the right kind of cards to the table here. Beefisher deck here, we do see Water Ceremony, Fish Market. Yeah, rack of cards in H2 look absolutely fine. Doesn't have is it 6 Aenas here. He's missing one of the standard cards. There's one really obvious card here is missing, but I can't quite think of it. Does have the 3 privateers, which is very nice, but in the next stage he has the Town Centre 10 Vills. I never really get seen sent. Obviously 5 Renegade French, no 5 Canyas as well. So has 6 Canya, Cav HP. Interesting. 600 coin, thank you very much. Yes, that is the card I'm looking for. Yes, I'm getting blinded by the all resources. Yeah, a few players having 600 coin and all resource crates as well to kind of help and give them that flexibility depending on how the game goes. Although this is beautiful to look at Sheckler with the build and rotation, I don't think rotating build banks does anything if your base is this open. I'm not going to try and like add to it, but it's extra APM, which I don't think needs to be spent on banks, but it looks cool. I'll give him that. So Eaglemut's point of view here, and his town centre, he's now sending in the wood crate, so he went 5 vills, 600 wood. Looking at the water play now, he's only got 4 fishing boats, so it's 4 fishing boats, the same gathering speed as villagers on berries. It's not really that level of return as you like, and if he's just continuously going to go fishing boats, then like up to like 10 or 15, then getting that guild nets as soon as possible is always going to help. Yeah, no, I agree with that generally. Like, for example, from Sheckler's point of view, having the 3 floats, great card. Having the frigate, great card. Having improved warships, great card. The 2 caravels, I don't think Dutch will ever send it, though, because their game plan is to go to the Fortress Age. They're going to send 700 wood, bank wagon in that order pretty much every game, especially versus this matchup and how Eagle's gone very slow. 700 wood, bank wagon. Check, are you being pushed? No. Okay, I'm going to go 600 wood behind this. And then the 2 caravels feels like it's just going to be slowing you down. Like, either have a coin to age up, or food to age up, maybe send pikes to siege stuff, but the 2 caravels probably just doesn't give that impetus you want. Do you see the 4 Hussars being trained here from Sheckler, pushing out, catching Eagle's army? Does pick off probably about, was it 2 Aenas, 2 Canyas? I completely forgot whether it was cavalry or not. Sheckler hoping to hit the return home key. Oh my god, both his Hussars get out with 10 HP and 2 HP. That's so clutch. Sheckler here going for another batch of units being trained. So he's trained, I think he's trained in the area of like 15 Hussars. Because he pushed out maybe with more Huss just then. I was talking about the extra caravels, but I'm just thinking the time. Okay, the time is this is he's trained 10 Hussars. There's his skirms. He's sending in the 700 coin. Most of his villagers on the food though to compensate has steel traps. So basically, what happens in this build is if you go for the extra batch of units here, like the the 3rd batch of Hussars being trained and the batch of skirmishers, you have this extra time to send in either 700 coin or 700 food to help you get up. And with all these sheeps behind us, it looks like Sheckler's going for the shift click option. And yeah, it's really nice kind of macro here coming behind. 5 skirmishers here on these tomahawks will actually do very well. These 5 skirmishers, perfect amounts to 1-hit kill a tomahawk. They will do 150 damage in total. Yeah, Explorer helping. Hussars keeping the snare. Probably not many tomahawks here. The Hussars could go in and allow the skirms to fire. But yeah, it's, so far it looks looking to be going pretty strong in favour of the Dutch player. Somewhat surprised Eaglemut took this matchup. It is slightly Dutch favoured, and maybe Eaglemut's thinking, okay, trading line in middle map, I can do this. Maybe H1 dock play, favouring the Haud play in that sense. But I'd counter argue that the Dutch is the best counter water civ in the game with the 3 floats and the frigate. Both these shipments give you different opportunities. 3 floats, great versus Fishing boats, great versus docks, great versus other warships. Frigate is great versus units in range, has the range to dominate the middle pond, pick off this trading post, pick off that trading post. It gives you options in that sense. It's the the Dutch raiding fleet. Naval brigade is closely, and it's closely. That's a very close phrase to it. It's a similar idea. Sheckler now aging up fast age, still training in the skirmisher hussars. I'm loving this continuation of training units in transition, making sure he won't be at risk in transition. This heated treasure as well, and all of these hussars to be healed up. This is a fantastic play from Sheckler. It's like most players don't really consider when they see the heated treasure on the floor, especially as a European civ. Like sometimes I'm thinking, okay, I'm Lakota, okay, I'm going to take that treasure and so I can heal my explorer up and be reckless in H1. But this is such a smart play. That's going to be basically another 2 hussars there for free. So this heated treasure himself already paying off, being about 400 resources worth of it's priceless. The healer is priceless, but if he gets to heal up 2 hussars fully HP, that's going to be about 400 of resources back in Sheckler's pocket. Sheckler sending in the 1,000 woods, so he's unable to get the vet hussars just there. Looks like Lois versus Life dropping by with 25 people as well. Thank you very much for joining with us. We're currently watching our second Trash Can League series tonight. This time it's going to be Eaglemut Sheckler round 6. Game number 1 is on New England. Eaglemut opening up with defensive H1 dock into water play. A bit delayed with the fishing boats though. Bit of mid-map control, double train posts standing behind 2 wall huts for safety. Sheckler going for like a maybe more than 10 huss, maybe like a 12 huss, 5 skirm semi, 4 bank. Does have steel traps though. Now sending in 1,000 woods, going for Arsenal as well. So this is really a really early Arsenal tech. Is Sheckler thinking of timing this with a cav combat as well? So vet cav combat, cav cuirass. Probably want counter infantry rifling versus the tomahawks, I think, is what he's trying to go at. But even then, tomahawks age 2 and your third age is absolutely, you're winning that exchange. And Eaglemut staying H2 here, floating now 1,800 food, sending in conservative tactics. Needs a third production facility. All his fishing boats here is on food. I think if you've got very limited fishing boats and you've got villagers hunting on, hunts with upgraded hunting dogs, and I suppose your tribal marketplace, these villas also have the upgrade as well because it's just tribal marketplace stuff. It's hard to argue which resource you want. Probably food, because most of it cost food heavy in that sense. But Eaglemut needs to sort this macro out quite drastically. Maybe buy at the market, get stagecoach, train more units. Does need a third war hut, or ideally a stable. Send in he hasn't got another wood crate. He's already sent the wood crates early on. He's just sending the infantry cards at the moment, which makes sense. But Eaglemut really needs to age up, and having 38 AN is not really what you want versus vet skirm and vet huss. He's vet huss here, not yet having their cav cuirass. He is getting infantry breastplate. Sheckler, that's the wrong technology, my friend. I think you've got that one confused with cav cuirass, but I like the idea anyway. Frigate being dropped in the forward pond as well. 3 floats could have also worked, but they are loving the idea here, putting the pressure on. And that should be enough damage here to put considerable pressure onto his AN. Is having a 90 siege per shot. With splash, gonna rip through. Broadside attack comes off, big damage there, but each shot now should probably pick off a unit at a time. It's going to be very, very strong. There's a triple kill from the frigate. There's a double. This frigate is putting in the work here. The hussars are not really... They're doing the hussar dance. They're not really doing too much damage, but they are tanking quite a bit. And the frigate is now attacking the war huts. And the war hut's not yet attacking the frigate. And if he doesn't attack it now, it's going to certainly go down. And Sheckler is now pushing, taking great control of his middle position. Hussars now getting onto the end. There's not many tomahawks behind here from Eaglemut. Eaglemut in total with only 13 tomahawks here. Most of them doing range damage here versus tomahawks. These are hussars. Skirms behind getting some good exchanges. 4 cannons now being sent here from Eaglemut. Batch of tomahawks back combat from the blockhouse. He's doesn't have enough wood. Not going to buy at the market to complete that batch. That's been crucial. And if those tomahawks landed on the skirmishers, that could be a quite nice pickup there. But it doesn't really answer the the frigate in the pond problem that Eaglemut that Sheckler has at the moment. May need to go to 3 privateers to regain control of this pond if he can't take it out with his dock. I don't think he will. This war hut, pardon me. That frigate now in range of the second war hut, so yeah, that frigate will go down unless Sheckler manages to pull it back. But yes, it's still though, Eaglemut does have a strong economy. 48 villagers, does have options to land, get some canyon horsemen, can age up behind now. He's kind of lost that production for him to really stay age 2 and spam all those units. He needs more buildings behind this. So, well, no, he's not building other units. If I check what his, if I check Eaglemut's find all barracks, it's just a 1 war hut. There's no stable here. It's just 1 production, and you just can't outmass Sheckler. Sheckler has 1 barracks, 2 stables though, so it does have a lot of production here. Looks like against some macro here for some Reuter production behind us. Maybe he's moving some villagers around to get into some more hunts to continue this hussar play. But Sheckler just keeps sending in the units here, and it's the skirms picking them off. It's the hussars tanking, but the skirms doing the damage here. And score gap only increasing. That frigate got picked off though. I think Sheckler probably focusing on his reinforcements and on the fight here must have lost track of what happened to that frigate, and that went down behind it. Yeah, the Dutch, the Aero Eco in the water wasn't really invested in, and kind of how Eaglemut opened up with a longhouse and a dock just didn't have the wood in the first stage to kind of make good use of that, and yeah, just never really felt to be on the same kind of level of economic progression that Dutch had. And the thing is, on a map with 4 TPs and water, is do you go water or do you go stagecoach? And it's quite a hard one, but I feel that I don't know, stagecoach feels just that inherently better, that you have mid-map control, you put pressure, you control all these hunts up here as well. You have 2 war huts in this position here, so you basically have control of the pond as well, and have that options. I only have in 6 fishing boats. It does have gill nets on the 6 fishing boats, that makes me somewhat happy, but yeah, gill nets just on the 6 doesn't really have that much of a sizable impact as you would have hoped, maybe with 10 to 12 fishing boats. And also Sheckler as well. I think another thing to mention from Sheckler is here, he's not had to send 8 skirm, has not had to send 9 routers, so he just basically sent infantry combat, cav combat, and now going for the infantry decks behind us. So his units are absolutely beefcakes here, even with the cav cuirass upgrade as well. The timing is at 16 minutes, so maybe Huron Big Button as well for Dutch could also work quite well, having that extra siege. Where's that one? 8 Huron Mountains there, 400 wood, 400 coin, and that's certainly a very slight improvement over the base cost of the Huron Mountains, but it'll only get better as time goes on. Stable in base now for Eaglemut. Oh, you just come up there in the game first stable. Community Plaza, I haven't really seen that being used too much for war dance. Big fight there, could have been a crucial one for him to war dance that one. Eaglemut currently is on fertility dance just to try and get those batches of units out of the map that much faster, but yeah. Is into the Fortress Sage, does have 2 shipments. Let's see what we can do from here. Could go, well, could go anything here. I guess you have to go Crassiers and Prey, maybe 6 Kanya and tech Kanya Horsemen's at the crowd, but he's not really teching them just yet. He's going for another batch. So that was an opportunity, I think, to get something here, and I think Sheckler here is just dominating this first game. And I don't really see how Eaglemut can get back into this one. Warhut does come up, provide range attack onto the Hussars, but with triple techs, Vet, Cav Crass, Cav Combat, so much stronger than just the Colonial Cav that Ero's got here. And you just see that even just 2 versus 5, it feels like the Dutch Hussars are dominating, and yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Crassier has now been called into the action, but it will take time for this mercenary ship to come in, and the GG has been called. Sheckler there is going to be taking their first game to lead the series at 1-0. Oh, come on, I get that one wrong all the time. Trying to guess a blind scoreboard. Yeah, just the H1 build there from Eaglemut just did not feel crisp this game. And mixing in between of going stagecoach, mid-map control, and going towards eco, never really committing one or the other. Macro a bit off. Sheckler, nice semi there, nice build. Got steel traps after on the 600 wood. and went for like a 12 Huss 5 skirm, enough to know that he'll secure, aged up, and have enough units on the board to safely send 1k wood behind and play afterwards. Got the 5th bag, it looks like, and the counter infantry rifling and the cav crass, also nice additions here for his units, and safely close out the game. So yeah, well played both players. Yeah, villager population. You can see this kind of play from Eaglemut. He opened up, I think he opened up woods. Did he open up woods in 5-ville? Maybe. Yeah, looks like he opened up 600 wood 5-ville behind this. But his villager population just... The dock was built at this time, but wasn't remaking until into the transition happened. Yeah, there's not really anywhere close to Dutch eco at any point. Obviously, you don't need to be. You have the strong units, but you would hope for a little bit of a closer contest in terms of the economy than that was. Aging up with 0 units. It's annoying because Eaglemut had the food floats in at about 50, whereas 6 units when the fights are happening to try and get that and try and get his elite. You know, having 38 Aenas in the second age is a bit awkward in the sense that you kind of want to get aged up and go into the Wakina's Forage Prowlers instead of Aenas there. That frigate put in a lot of work there for Sheckler. A good shipment that was in the end. Alright, move on to next game. Yeah, no, I do agree with the stagecoach idea there because he put pressure while booming. I think what happened there was Eaglemut was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, didn't fully commit into both. And yeah, just saying he very much dislikes that map, but I think that map adds a lot of variety to the strategy, lots of different dynamics which you've seen in the game so far. And yeah, I like to have a mixture of maps for the first game in each of these playoff throws. But we move on to game number 2. I believe this is going to be Eaglemut's home map, and he's chosen to play on the Pampas-Sierras. The maps were chosen before the series has started, so Sheckler's also picked his home map. But Sheckler won the last game, so he had to pick his civilization first. So he's gone for the Germans on Pampas-Sierras, which I don't really know why on God's green earth would you ever want to do that, but he has done it, and we respect his decision regardless. Eaglemut has just counter-picked here with India, which I suppose the matchup is in German's favour, but with no trading post, you have to assume that India will be coming into its own force here and be feeling fine in this position. Even the explorers here getting some good scouting might steal one of Eaglemut's, one of Sheckler's llamas here. Sheckler going to hopefully try and go 2 and 6 for the llama count. He's got that 1 llama there, and Eaglemut may find that other llama, which he does wrap around and sees that 100 XP as well. A big treasure there for specifically there for India. I think it's a treasure they can take very, very quickly. You see he's trying to work on the other llamas there. Does find that. So 6 llamas in total there for Eaglemut. He's going to try his best to work on this wolf treasure as fast as possible. I hope so. I hope he stays for that wolf treasure. That's just got good vibes written all over it, and that's what we like to see. But I suppose by the time he's taking it, the XP doesn't really matter. So he's going to try his luck, move on, and see what else he can find. Maybe the 3 stray llamas here is also a nice treasure, but yeah, double ranged. Quite hard for India to try and group them together for the double splash damage. So he's got to, again, move on and see what else he can find. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Well, I hope you're saying it's a garage MC, not a garage mic. Hopefully the mics are not too bad. I mean, obviously it's not a great mic, but it does the job. Yeah. Oh, you guys putting me off now. Yeah, I'm with you. I think German on no TP is an interesting play, and also versus India, it's not really a matchup where you really want to go like kind of age 2 tower forward, bow pike versus sepoys Sours, Osman Minutemen, Osman Hussars, even British Redcoat Musketeers, and the consulate works very well versus German bow pike as well, because pretty decent strong musketeers, but also protect themselves from the Uhlans as well. So Eaglemut, I think, has the has the opportunity to kind of dictate how this game goes. I'm expecting to see an aggro somewhat mid-map here, maybe in a somewhat pseudo-defensive dislocation in between the Mapuche and this water to kind of control his two hunts, get some map. I do see 4 villagers moving somewhat forward, building an aggro fort in the middle of honestly nowhere. It's not defensive like here. It's not mid-map there. It's not aggressive. Maybe here or there. It's kind of it's like saying I want to play economy. I want to play greedy. But if you raid me, the aggro fort's not really protecting anything. And villagers out here, they may get raided. So hopefully they get pushed in a little bit. These hunts. Yeah, I mean, if these hunts are pushed into the aggro fort, then it's absolutely fine. But it's sometimes you like to see the aggro fort touching right here. So any aggression from Germany, the town centre covers the aggro fort, and the aggro fort covers the town centre from all sieging angles. That's the real key for playing defensive aggro, is understanding that. But the 4 villagers building the aggro fort here, this is going to come up pretty fast here for India. Eaglemut with his classic deck here, having Tiger Claws, Rajputs, and Dravidian martial arts. I would take the taking bets on will we see Rajputs coming out from Eaglemut, but he hasn't gone a game as India and not gone Rajputs. So I'm sure Rajputs is a somewhat guarantee here, which provides an interesting dynamic here for Sheckler. If Sheckler's watched previous Eaglemut games, we may see some Doppelsoldners coming out. Interesting times. Sheckler here, aging up 17 Vil, does have his hunting dogs, decent techs in transition. 200 wood actually chopped in transition for him to kind of hold. Is that going to be instantaneously back somewhere? I don't see a unit forward for an outpost, so maybe it's just in-base racks defensive. They're in-base racks, which I think it works versus India. Just maybe get some 5 or 10 crossbows to hold if you see any musks being trained, and then just age up afterwards. But no, he needs a church. He needs that church coming down. I don't think Sheckler is going to get that church. I'm not too sure he's Sheckler's one of those players. I think he plays quite a bit of DE, but I'm just not too sure he's just there with the knowing of the patch changes. Like there's some people I'm saying like, oh yeah, mate. I'm saying like, have you seen the patch changes? Or what do you think has changed? It's like, oh, I haven't read the last 3 patches. What's changed? It's like, oh my god, when you play this game competitively, but you don't read the patch notes. What's going on? And Sheckler should know that the church XP income has been buffed from 0.6 XP per second to 0.7, which is the equivalent of 7/10 of a trading post, which is crucial for Germany. And it's in base, it's continuous, and Sheckler should be going for it, but looks like he's going to go for basically a naked FF here. I'd still like him to send the 700 wood here instead. He's going to go 700 gold. Yeah, I'm sure 700 gold probably works well. You do have gang sword to chop some trees to get some houses down, and Sheckler looking to play us with a bit of tempo, bit of momentum into the third age. Villager just back against the town centre, surviving 6 Ulan hits here. No, they go down to 6 Ulan hits. Yeah, so that Vil is very close to dying. Only that second Ulan there, only getting the 2 hits onto them. It pops back out though, straight into the path of the 2 Ulans, and that's another kill. No aggro fort here taking down the Ulans, but I suppose somewhat positive. It's not shooting the Guanaco hunts with splash damage and kind of herding them away. But yeah, minor things. Wall in here from Eaglemut left side as well. Really trying to kind of play defensive, protect himself from the Ulan raids. He does have, very good vision, middle map, aggro fort, middle placement. Does see Ulans on this side, Ulans up this side. It's a bit blind on Ulans crossing the river over here. That's his only kind of real way in otherwise. And yeah, looking pretty decent. Even a double wall here for Eaglemut. I suppose actually once you've started the Vil nearby, it's not actually that hard to get a second wall up, and probably makes a little bit more sense. People who go for Rajputs honestly need to get work on the Hadron Collider. Eaglemut is a very smart person. He's one of the smartest people. He does a lot of coding work, development work for the sort of website, and just a very intelligent person. But then you see that intelligence, and then when you see people make Rajputs, you're just thinking, is he just putting his brain on like mental standby, just saving it for his work, or is he just amazing at coding, but pretty useless at everything else? You don't know. You just have to sometimes question this. But so far, opening up with double action Sepoys, so Eaglemut's having a good day today, it seems. More walling. Would like to see the wall, obviously, to the Mapuche to the edge, but I suppose actually when your walls are that far, it takes time for your forces to move, and there's no aggro putting pressure on those walls. So again, this does make sense. Could even go wall to the aggro over there as well if you want to be a big brain play like that. Oh, what's with the scary pop bug? I do not know that. I'd like to know. So yeah, let me know what that is. It sounds bad, but it's probably is it that they say that they cost 2 pop, but they actually take 3. That might be it. That's what I assume you're getting at, but I don't know what it is. Oh wow. So you make the units, you get the pop as intended, but as soon as they die, they still take the population space. That's bad. Oh wow. So yeah, look at Sheckler's point of view. He aged up 3 settler wagons, 700 gold. No wood though. Having to chop warriors wood here with the settler wagons. Does have gangs also. Although it looks like he's got some decent macro, his economy here is really low, so he's going to have to really push hard after this next shipment comes in. The 5 skirm, 8 skirms being sent behind. And actually behind this is kind of really playing into Eaglemut's hands. Just this push here from Sheckler. It feels like he should be on his 2nd fortress card by now, but he's just not. It's just everything's slow. There's no XP, there's no fighting, and he needs that kind of a bit of trading here, kind of utilising his longer range skirmishes to advance, pick off a couple of sepoys, get that XP, get that next shipment coming in. The Walling was trying to come down there, and I think Sheckler's trying to move his position to try and prevent it. But he's actually backing up for the skirms, waiting for more skirmishes here. But as soon as this wall gets completed, Sheckler will be quite annoyed that he let that one go up. Also, I don't think he actually could have noticed that foundation was there. Maybe he could have. Villager hit, going down to oh, he's got his greycoats. Villager getting greycoats, surviving that volley there, from double volley from the skirmishers. That's good to see. But yeah, first 2 sepoys going down there. But Sheckler's just staying to deal with the wall, and some good unit control there as well. It looks tough here for India player, to be honest. Sheckler's come up with a decent build to the Germans' fast age. The wall, though, paying dividends here from Eaglemut. Real smart idea, just buying time. Sheckler moving in. He does have his veteran Uhlans as well. These skirms only have 18 range. They are colonial units, and these are so much stronger, more range, more attack. And Eagle doesn't want to take this fight at all. He just wants to run and try and do anything he can, get away from it. Their Uhlans engaging as well. What a great engagement. But where are these skirms going? They keep pushing forwards. Micro time here for Sheckler. Full focus on this fight. Moving forward, the Uhlans then moving, but a couple groups of skirmishers right clicking. A couple of these sepoys. There you go. Bam. Actually, my God, it's hard to see what's going on. It's just everyone's got blue caps or blue scarves on their head. It's really hard to see what's a sepoy, what's a Gurkha behind a wall. All you just see is blue men with the obscure unit outfit. Oh, Rajput's coming down like a bus. Eaglemut training. That was an Eaglemut training Rajputs as well. He wouldn't, or was it sent? No, it was training Rajputs, I think. Or just train a batch of sepoys, and then there's the Rajput shipment on top, and this skirm army. Oh my God, Sheckler, no! It was all going so well, and then the Rajputs come in to save the day. What a boss! What a boss! Wow! 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 That's all I can say is wow. And oh, Rajputs clean up skirmishers. You never see that. I think Sheckler's kind of aware that there's a possibility he's fighting on this wrong side of the wall. He had war wagons in the queue, they're coming now, but it just Oh, he's just gone through the skirm shipment as well. Oh, it's such a feel bad moment if you don't have the skirms to engage. Eaglemut agent behind us, now he has more score. Honestly, if I was playing Sheckler and that was a ladder game and it wasn't a tournament game, I'd be resigning by now at this moment in time. I'd be so annoyed. I'd be like, yeah, GG whatsoever. I'm done. I'm out. But Eaglemut agent behind, he obviously has those 6 llamas, Garen XP on consulate. And the thing is, Eaglemut, he's I think he went Ottoman Villes. Yeah, Ottoman Villages, and now gone for the Ottoman Huss. So it wasn't even an Ottoman Minutemen call as well. He could have actually gone Minutemen with that pop as well, and that would have been so strong as well. I don't even know if India has a Rajput shipment in the Third Age. I assume they do, but yeah, there's so many units shipments which can come out of a deck. Like Royal Min, I don't think you really need Royal Mins in your deck, do you? That's definitely got a Rajput time in there. Hassan's going for a raid down to the southern side of the map. Actually, may get some good responses here. Villagers on that 7 coin mine, villagers over here on the trees. But villagers hunting are going mid-map. We do see an artillery foundry here. So is Sheckler going like war wagon Falk? Oh, but it's just so expensive though, with no 1k wood shipment. He's sending 1k to fund the Falconet production, I guess. So he's sending his own like pseudo 2 Falcons, but having to pay 250 for the foundry and 200 wood for the 2 Falconets. He's going to only get 2 out here. Just needs so much wood, and he's going to get the stuff, but it just feels so slow. And now over Eaglemut's next stage, he's got the Mahout. He's going to go into disciplined Gurkha, one would assume. Yeah, he needs to get the barracks down first. Consulate Hussar's looking pretty strong as well. Man, some Dark Gurkha coming out. There's not really much anti-cav here, just the 4 Sepoy 3 Rajputs. And here come the Falconets. Hussar's moving in. They think they can get a cheeky snipe, but no, the war wagons are here to reinforce and they go back. That wall has now gone down. Agrifort engaging in the war wagons. Falconets will slowly push forwards, and I think Sheckler will try and siege us from range. Maybe go for a slow push onto the Indian base, but I don't think he feels like he's safe enough to go all in yet. He's only got this small amount of Ulans. What he really needs is to get enough XP for his 9 Ulan shipments, and that's what he can get that with the Agrifort. If he kills the Agrifort, he will get so much XP for it to get him that shipment. That's what he really wants. Gurkha's moving forward. That's risky versus 2 Falcons. Only in 19 range as well. Asking for damage. And yeah, the Agrifort is now under siege. But I did see, though, Eaglemut sending in 2 siege elephants, so countering the Falconets with his own shipments. Should be decent play to hold on. Gurkhas that will do well to fend off the war wagons. But yeah, this should be just time for the veterans to be moving in, just scaring back, pushing back the Gurkhas. Elephants from the forward Agrifort. There's another batch of Gurkhas. I think this is Eagle's time. He's thinking, actually, I can push out. And yeah, this is just going to be a Z move from both players, really. Rajputs will engage the Thirst and they touch. That's the Ulans. That's a good trade there for the Rajputs. Falconet's going to engage a big block of... they only engaged a single Gurkha away from the bunch. No splash damage. Minutemen being caught wrong side. Agrifort taking shots. Falconet's auto-targeting the building. Going back and actually does get a couple more shots onto the Gurkhas, but the siege elephants move into clean up. And so far, the Falconets have been underwhelming versus the units. The Ulans still doing pretty well. War wagons going through the Mahout, but Sheckler really needing that 9 Ulan shipment. Actually going with 7 skirmishers here instead of the cavalry reinforcements, which I think he certainly needs more than he does skirmishers at the moment in time. But he's trying to focus the siege elephants, but the siege elephants they don't add anything to the fight at the moment. Is he still? He's got 2 Falconets reinforcing. Oh, it changes everything. The 2 Falconet reinforcements is huge. The Agrifort's still under pressure now. Even if it's just 3 war wagons guarding, he's still under pressure. 5 Ulans in total, 3 from the extra shipments. More skirmishers, 9 skirmishers here to try and engage. Another batch of Rajputs being trained. Eaglemut with the Rajput production. Man, some Dark Gurkha. The Rajputs going to the Falconets. The Falconets are unprotected. The Rajputs are getting in. Skirms around trying to protect those skirmishers across in the field, but they're taking their time. Actually, they're taking their holidays. They're not even coming. It looks like the Where are they? They're at home. Shit! Oh no, Sheckler, no. 9 skirmishers would have worked well versus the Rajputs, they're coming in. The 1 HP Minutemen, the Disciplined Sepoys. But oh my giddy god, it's just... Game 1, Eagle has a shocker. Game 2, Sheckler's having a shocker, it looks like. And the Rajputs triumphantly marching back. And they should name this battle the Battle of the Rajputs. The battle where the Rajputs charged in headlong first into the German artillery, securing a decisive blow to the German forces and securing New Delhi here on the Pampas-Sierras. Castle coming down. Looks like Eaglemut wants to continue that siege elephant production. I think he's fearing that more artillery is coming here. I look at Eagle's scouting. He's just got no vision on what's happening with Germany. Just happy in his walls, just chilling. There's 4 layers of walls on the west side of the map. He's walled out a mine. There's quite a lot of hunts mid-map as well. He's not quite onto. Nearly out of hunts in base. He may push. And can he push over here? He needs to kind of take this middle. Guanaco Hunt is next to his army, so it should be pretty decent in that sense. He does have British East India Company as well, and Mansabdar Gurkha, British consulates. He's on British consulate, yeah, British consulates and discipline. So yeah, very teched up Gurkhas. These are much stronger than what the veteran skirmishers can offer here, and he should be willing to skirm more. Seaboys getting up in close. Ulan's just moving on to that, and 2 falconets here. Again, we should pick up decent reinforcements, but it's just not enough to deal with this. Eaglemut, though, doesn't have any cavalry actually being trained. And will this be another shot there for the falconets? No, it's not. Big war wagon reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 6. He just must have trained 2 batches, then held them at home. Again, look at this. This is Ulan's just sat in the woodline. Sheckler, you need to make good use of your military and your economic waypoint shipments, like having Cav just chilling with your homies in the Vil line is not great. 150 Vil pop as well. Just still chopping the wood at the moment. Don't need the wood. You got enough wood there for another 2 falcons, but you don't need any more wood aside from that. There you go, because pushing out, just randomly wandering. We'll pick off 1 falconet. The falcons are unpacked though. So in the end, it's just 3 Gurkhas here. Actually, they're still getting good trades. Although he's losing to the falconets, he's actually just deleted 3 war wagons. So when he does push in with any cavalry there, it should be better. Town centre coming down, still no stable. Okay, there is actually a stable there for Eaglemut. I'm wrong in that sense. Eaglemut training. Oh, he's the Delhi gates has been retouched from the aggro fort. 1 siege elephant from the castle. Look at this floatage of resources there from Eaglemut. Easy 5 mahouts there if he trains as well. Maybe could go Mansabdar. You've got 18 villagers on the woodline behind this. He just needs to do something different with this. Basically full push out into this Guanaco Hunt. I guess maybe a rice paddy at home. The Vil migration is on, and Eaglemut's looking to search for new pastures far and wide for his villagers. Bless Sheckler though, he's still fighting on. He's not giving in at all. After taking, being the thicken of a couple of beatings to the Indian plate, he's still there. Score's looking pretty decent as well. Got to go for the 4th falconet though. I think he's anticipated that the siege elephants have been and gone, but he does see that 1 siege elephant. He's trying to kite back away, but these siege elephants great range. Actually, it's just this moment in time he kind of goes in and kind of doubles down, especially with all these falconets behind. The dodge! Sheckler just dodged a fucking siege elephant. Oh my god. That definitely wasn't intentional, but damn, it looked good. 5. He's got 5 falconets. He's got Ulan's Cav combat as well, with an 8 Ulan shipment still to go behind this. Enough war wagons to scare away any mahouts that Eagle trains. He's got 2 in queue at the moment. All his resources has been queued up at the moment, not being on the field, and yeah, Gurkha's moving forward again. Like this, the falconets is key. They want to basically move the falconets here and just try and deal. There's so many Vils here as well. It's could very quickly go back into Sheckler's favour here, especially with the Cav combat Ulans. And yes, they're working their way in the villages now. And actually, all these sepoys are firing from range, but it's the Gurkhas tanking full volleys here from the falconets, unpacked. Some great engagements here, and looks like yes, the siege elephant is working on the falconets, but the war wagons are turning their firearms to the siege elephants, and Eaglemut may need a second one. The skirm's moving forward. Siege elephant half HP, second reinforcements coming from behind. War wagons chasing them down as well, but it's still got 4 falcons standing, and all infantry is in the ball. The villagers are being hung out to dry as well. This is risky behind. Brick Constant coming in. Big volleys there from the falconets. And let's roll Sheckler. What has he got remaining? Oh, 11 skirms, 5 war wagons. Just trying to beat back that elephant, but the elephant's far away. But big volleys there from the falconets. I'd say it's an even trade, but you've got to consider a lot of vills here from Sheckler are going down. Sheckler, yeah, to be honest, like Sheckler's losing some vills. 48 vills there for Sheckler in total. 38 now just for the Indian player, and a couple of vills out here exposed. This is auto targeting. There's a 5 Mahout pop because he's got all his resources spared up. Sheckler look at his reinforcements. There's the 8 Uhlans coming in. He's got to say goodbye to his falconets, but he can get some vill kills while he's at it, I think. Just do something. Just do something. There you go. Decide to shoot at the Mahouts instead. Just saying, damn, what a throw, but for whom, Chris? That's the question. Sheckler having some good plays early in the game. Eaglemut looking to be in the position there, and then coming back with the clutch Mahout pop afterwards. Yeah, elephants here need to back away. It's although Mahouts aren't great cavalry units versus other cavalry versus in these small numbers. Yeah, the 8 ones have to back here, and scores again pretty equal. But Eaglemut has the advantage. He's spending through his bank at the moment, sending in Yurumi as well. What shipments are sending? There's the Rajputs Yurumi Mahout combo. You've seen it here first. Unfortunately, though, they're not disciplined just yet. But the only thing to counter all this really is basically mass Uhlans. I just don't really think that Sheckler's got the coin production here to continue. Uhlans, he's actually going, obviously, war wagons here to deal with the Mahouts, which is smart for the sense of, he's got cavalry, let's get some cavalry to deal with this, but actually, Uhlans counter the Yurumi, counter the Gurkhas, and counter the Mahouts again. Oh, it's so annoying, it's behind my scoreboard. Is it Screaming Firehawk subscribing with Prime? Thank you very much, mate, for that one. That's made my night, has. Well, not as much as watching Eaglemut and Sheckler play. And this is top tier content. It's all fun to watch. Here we do see 6 Mahouts now push onto the villager line of Sheckler. Sheckler, there's 1 gold mine for him top to eat, but at the moment he's out of gold really. He's got an estate back at home, which isn't great. Mahouts are chasing down, but there's a lot of settlers going down over here on this western side. War wagons are going to try and move to position, but they might move past all the sepoys in Yurumi, and Yurumi, once they go through the cav, as soon as they touch the war wagons, these guys will melt. It's the skirms trying to basically kill these Yurumis, but it's we needed a Ulan mass, but it's just the Rajputs belled up with the Yurumi. It's an impossible combination to micro. 1 counters war wagons, 1 counters Ulans, and both of them do decently versus skirmishers up in melee. And Sheckler's army has just crumbled. His villagers are exposed as well. And yeah, wow, Eaglemut coming back in with the late Indian army, the Indian scaling as well. Sheckler, no TP, no church, no nothing. I just never quite had that mass, it seems. It is, I find like the Rajput is literally a guy holding a glove, but the glove has got 2 massive blades coming out the end of it. Like, if it makes sense. It makes sense for like you know, to attack somebody, you can't like punch them, or your arms are like swords. It can't like elongate the swords. It makes sense, but you wouldn't be surprised if like they kind of in a real fight actually hurt each other in that sense. It feels like kind of impractical. Look at me, he happens like to swing his arms. Like, it's like going to do like a little tornado spin. Ah, there's a nice little clutch attack there. And yeah, this game's over. And although I like players trying their best to come in, I have to kind of fast forward at this point, because I see how long we're remaining, and I do not feel that the German player is in a position to come back, and he's just buying. It was just waiting for the inevitable. Villagers going down to Mahout raid on top there. Villagers going down. 5 Uhlans try to come out. They pick off the Indian elephant. Explorer's going to run away. Sheckler, 26 villagers here. Eaglemut, 66 with the military advantage as well. My apologies, I only got the AZY on as well, just so we can observe how one-sided the military and economic bar is in favour of the Indian player here. And yes, it's be tough tough game to see out here from Sheckler. His only gold income here. The estate is now out of commission. The villagers had to run away. Elephant sieging houses. Woolwagon's trying to get their best of a bit of a poke on the side. There's the 3 DOP from H2 shipment. It looks like they're from Sheckler. Sending his 3 DOPs H2 shipment there. Quickly focused down. Good micro there from Eaglemut. Refusing to take those Mahouts. Keep them away. Keep them high HP. Siege is going down. Stables down. Town centers now being down well. Pike DOPs, the northern side, trying to get through the wooden fence. Villagers just on a mass migration. Only 18 of them remaining. Couple in base going down. There's none in the town centre. And yes, the game has been called there in the end. And Eaglemut getting a game off Sheckler. Well played there. Let's see if this again is working. Have I got this completely wrong again? Yes, 1 apiece. Oh, let's look at those military pops. This is Eaglemut's the master cleaner. Look at that. Sheckler's army, age 3 as well, just gets wiped from the field from the Sepoy and Rajput pop there. All the skirms just getting caught under snare. The aggro fort firing behind. Eaglemut edges up. Decent trade, somewhat in favour of Sheckler. Sheckler then pushing with falconets. Quite a few vills going down as well at one of the fights. Yeah, going from 53 vills down to 39. A lot of vills going down. Falconets working well. Then had a massive army there with a bit of Ulan, a bit of war wagons, falconets, and again not going quite to plan there. Obviously, that was when the trading with the villagers. So Eaglemut losing military and villagers there. While Sheckler was just losing military and quite a lot of that was just pop inefficient Ulans. Then the Mahouts come out and just cleans the army of Sheckler there. The Falconets go down for free, and then just at that point it's just a full bank of resources spamming the units just to get it. Wow, the auto mod has banned the phrase "insane Indian." Is that Twitch being racist? Is that auto mod being racist, saying that we can't say insane and Indians together in the same sentence? What on earth is that? Can't have that on my channel. We love everybody, and everybody is welcome here. Yeah, right, boys. Let's get onto this final game of the Playoff 3 series, and let's keep the show on the road. But yeah, this will probably be the last game tonight. Before I head in, let's just have a quick little gander, see who else is streaming. Just have a little eyes up to see who I may pass this one after. So who knows? Maybe it's a showtime call for any of you guys wanting to stream tonight. I think Risotto said he may want to try and cast some ECL games. So if that's still the case, and I'll certainly pass you guys over to watch some ECL casts from a new streamer, well, not new streamer, a new caster who's got that casting little bug. Right, Eaglemut Sheckler last round. Let's do it. Right, game number 3 will be on Dakota. This is definitely Sheckler's home map, and he's gone for the Lakota civilization. But it was Eaglemut who won the last game, and he's chosen to play as the Dutch on this map. Sheckler counter-picking with the Lakota. Whether this is a counter-pick or not remains to be seen, but he's certainly going for the civ he feels the most comfortable with, and that is the Lakota civ. So Sheckler spawning as Lakota to the southeast. Eaglemut spawning to the northwest in the playing as the Dutch. Let us get our ASUI going. Does this map have... Does this game have a UI? Don't tell me this one does, the others don't. What the hell? Come on. Oh, yeah, now it's loaded. Okay, cool. Right. So we've got Sheckler in the red colour. Eaglemut in the blue. Yes, that's a bit awkward. I think Eaglemut was red beforehand. Doesn't really matter. Sheckler ran around, sees 80 experience points, will one-shot kill that one wolf. I think he's trying to find to see an outlaw to convert first before committing to taking down the wolf with a fell swoop, because it's quite a weak treasure guardian really to give that one-shot kill to, especially when you compare. There's a bandit gunslinger to convert here, a couple of wolves. He's not going to take that. He's going to look around. But yeah, treasures down to the southwest, not looking to be in favour of the Lakota player. 40 food in base is easy pick up later on, and the only other treasure remain on the map is the to the north side. But here's some big treasures: 135 XP, 70 food. And is that it's a black bear carb, so not even an 80 or 90 food as well. I think there's quite a few treasures here, just not really spawning on this map. So, not the ideal set of treasures. A few times you can get some decent coin treasures around your base on Dakota as well. So it's a not terrible map here for the Dutch. But you can see he's maybe he got a coin treasure later on. But yeah, he's got 50 coin pieces left over, sending in 3 to get 15. But he's only mined 176. So yeah, he might have gathered there or got the coin treasure afterwards. But yeah, it should make a big difference. But I think he may have the slightest of idle time because he's not getting a food treasure. He's getting the Tomahawk treasure, which is, yeah, it's certainly very nice versus the Lakota opponent. But yeah, Sheckler come up here thinking he's got a food treasure, but it's going to be a big black bear cub, which is going to certainly help him take these other 2 treasures if he does go for it. And maybe both players here. Oh no, Sheckler's already taken it because I'm running with Eaglemut's point of view. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh-ha. Gentle Pete's going the other way to scout. I guess he's just trying to look for map information, but it's like scouting your opponent's age 1 base, it doesn't really matter. I also find it sometimes quite funny when I have people scouting my base really early on. I'm like, yes, you can see I'm going 700 wood. Dutch goes 700 wood like 95% of the games, especially on a very early age up. Like, great, you're scouting what you know you're going to see. Good for you. Thanks, Explorer kill. Bam. Banter. I can't imagine Eaglemut putting his villagers in the town centre to kill the bear in transition. It's just not worth it to delay a bank. And you see that Eaglemut's working on this in transition now. Decent amount of wood actually already, and the food counts is getting there. Bank should be up at a decent time, maybe 350. It looks deceptionally close. It looks like it's nearly there, but it's still, this remaining 50 wood takes a while, and then the 75 food, then you build it, you need to get your villagers on the coin, and yeah, he's getting there. Sheckler taking his first train post literally on Eaglemut's second TP. Could have gone for Eaglemut's first TP here on the very side of the map. Might have been a bit more of a hindrance to Eaglemut, but unless Sheckler's planned to take all the train posts, he may have been just safer going over here and taking these 2 TPs, because the Dutch civ, they do send the 8 pikemen at some point in the second age if they are trying to, take on this map control element that Sheckler may be going for. Well, Fitzborough Sheckler is a Lakota main, so maybe you two can trade ideas of what the flavour of the month is with Lakota. It looks like Sheckler with 2 vills forward here, so it's going to be a forward Warheart, has to be, one would assume here from Sheckler. There's a Warheart being dropped down, aging slow with the Chief. But he's aged to 16 vills. Why would you do this to yourself, Sheckler? It was going so well, and you aged up with 16 vills instead of 15. I think the cost aged up with 15 vills, or maybe you can get confused with other cities like Spain, Dutch. Yeah, aged up 435 while going aggro seems a little. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is you got TP. You could cut 1 vill and just age up faster and just hit that Dutch timing so much faster. So that's what this civ real struggles with, is with timing pushes. I think getting that timing element together, because most of your eco here from Dakota would be the 700 wood crates coming in. Oh wow, early stagecoach. This is an interesting play. I like it. Takes some minutes to come in, but if you're selling 700 wood, you're committing to this stagecoach anyway. I don't really know why these villagers are getting out the Warheart this early, but I suppose both these Tomahawks have. That one doesn't. Yeah, because we're in the second age now. They don't have any negative multipliers versus the villagers, so that villager down here is actually really at risk of going down. Sheckler building that second trading post. Anchorize coming out card number 2. Obviously 700 would be in the sense to take the trading line, but the Explorer can only build 1 at a time. Missing some villagers in production at the moment, Sheckler. But most of his eco will soon come from the 4 TP stagecoach mid-map control that he has gone for. In base, we do see a house. Bank coming down, barracks. I only see 1 bank though, so it looks like 700 wood here. We've got another 350 wood available to go to the bank, and a market coming over from Eaglemut will look very nice. And look at this macro here from Eagle. He's got 500 gold. I don't know why he's chopping mine so much gold already. Eaglemut here just shown inexperience with other civs. I think when you're playing this kind of Dutch, you kind of want to try and get your coin eco as close to 100 coin per vil as possible. Out comes CM pushing back these axes really early on. He may actually go for a nice early 8 pikes here. Seats and bows will survive a town's clone militia shot anyway, so there's not really a point going CM in this matchup at all. Axe Riders putting pressure straight onto these Minutemen. Axe Riders see the skirmishers and go yum 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 yum. Let's push onto these skirmishers here. 3 train posts now secured. There's the 4th one coming down. 8 pikes now as the next shipment here from Eaglemut. We do see 7 villagers in the town centre. No reason to it not be 10 really, especially these villagers on the forward coin mine as well. Focusing down the Axe Riders with the town centre. Oh, he's on seat and bows. A little bit of micro here is what you really need. Is he just going through this? Oh, he's okay. Now he's changed it with the town centre onto the Axe Riders. He's got the skirms firing down the Setons and has the town centre on the Axe Riders. For a second, for Eaglemut looked in real big danger there, but a bit of a town centre fire. And now that the pike's coming out with the ability for him to train even more skirms, he should be fine. But 600 wood here. He's missing third bank. He's missing market. Where I'm not even still sure like where this 700 where this would come from, because he's got 4 houses as well. So that's one. That's you get start. Okay, this is these bones you have at end age 1. So 200, 5, 6, 7, 800. He spent 800 wood on buildings. There's still 600 left over, and 700 wood plus 400 wood is like 1100 total. So I think he's like chopped an extra 300 wood. Unless I'm going back crazy here. I'm just confused where this wood's come from Eaglemut. Like it just there's the Marketville going down low HP. Seedon's doing some decent damage. Got his villagers back here. Does need the pikes really back here just to protect him in case a cavalry comes around the side. But no stable just yet here from Sheckler. Yeah, no mid-map stable, and you kind of need that stable to force the issue. Like the Seton bows on their own, you got town centre fire, you got skirms, not a problem whatsoever. Oh, the next Marketville goes down. Oh, what are these games between these two players? I could watch this all day. This is just comedy of errors one after the other. But it's just types of game you'll never see between like Hazard and Kaiser. Anotherville going down there, Anotherville pressure over there. I know Eaglemut wants to get his great coats for me. He's trying his hardest. There's the 3 Hussars from the ship. He got a nice 3 Hussar surprise card there as well. And no bow riders on the map, a bit of an issue. But there's the 7 war clubs, and Eaglemut does see this. Would you go for another 4th village to try and build the market and get us down? He's got 18 vills though, so he's not horrendously down in vills. He's just a little bit behind where he ought to be at the moment. Never getting that 3rd bank at the moment. It's a bit of a feels bad. 8 villagers on the coin mine still. Just get everything on the food, please. Like this is like I don't know. It's just plain. I think what's done for Eaglemut, he's played a civ. His first civ he's played, the villagers cost food. The second civ he played, the villagers costed wood. Now the 3rd civ he's playing, the villagers cost coin. Maybe it's just messing with the macro behind it a little bit. And you see some players they play, let's say British, French, and Germany. Like very 3 similar civs in that situation. And but Sheckler now closing in the score gap. The 4 stagecoach TP looking pretty decently. Let's look at his card order here. 700 woods, 4 axe riders, 5 vil, 7 shipments. For some reason I thought he skipped age 1 and went 4 vil age 2, but obviously 4 vil age 1 is what's Lakota open up with. Going to see some bows here. I'd rather see cavalry. I'd rather see 700 gold and age up, to be honest. I don't think 6 season bows, when you have a stagecoach line as well, is a really good shipment. It's just a low value shipment, low tempo. Well, it gives you tempo, but versus skirms, it's not what you want. You want cavalry versus skirms. You're never going to win this war. It's the kiting animation, it's the range. Seaton bows are not designed to go against skirmishers, they're designed against like pikemen and musketeers. That's what they're designed for, with the clubs to protect versus any cavalry charge which is coming in right now. But it's just you're going bow riders as well. This is where you need. It feels like this is where you need axe riders actually, because you got the Seaton bows here to do the pikes. And also if you just age up to the next stage, then 3 elite dogs and a couple Wakinas will just put so much pressure versus colonial units that we'll get a great trade there. But in the end, I think Sheckler's got his units, he might as well use them while he can, but he's just taking his fights before the big batch of Seaton, bow rise, and that Seaton shipment hit him. Where is that Seaton shipment? Is that home? No, they went forward. Yeah, 14 bows on the field in total, and he will soon get another shipment behind his entire stagecoach line on the wood. This game has more legs to it than I thought, actually. He was saying some decent military trades there. Looks like the bow rise here trying to go for a bit of a villager raid. Market is up. There's no greatcoats though, and all these villagers are running for it. He knows. Sheckler knows as well. He knows there's a hunt over here. He's going to go that way, and the villagers are running for it. But he's pulling back at the same time. I like him to keep that kind of pressure while that raid happens. Pikes get pulled off onto the bow riders, and Eaglemut protects the villagers to see another day. Yeah, it's the Dutch plan been on 4 banks only. Eaglemut. Yeah, it's 4 banks and a bank wagon. That's what it is. No, 2 banks and a bank wagon. So he didn't even build that second bank. He just shipped it. So the only bank he's built was with the wood he chopped in transition. Ah, oh, Eaglemut. Nah, not like this, man. Brutal. Here come the mass Seaton bows. You gonna go for another Vil? Oh, I can't reach it. Just sieging. Oh, Sheckler needs to age at some point though. He can keep this age too, I guess. He just needs to go axe riders, not bow riders. The bow riders keeping this game somewhat alive here for Eagle, because Eagle skirms counter both Seaton bows and bow riders, and the axe rider here will just kill the game. But I also think age up into a 15-minute dog soldier with 3 dog soldiers also will just end the game there and then, because even colonial pikes won't do enough versus elite dogs. 600 wood now comes in. Obviously, CM has been shipped a while now for Eaglemut, so decent damage, but this town centre doesn't one-shot kill Seaton bows. It's a bit of an awkward shipment. There's some villagers on the top side. They're getting caught out by the bow riders. Not enough skirms here. And the Lakota Explorer get on top of the skirmishers. That's such a great play. But the bow riders are moving back to intercept the Hussars protected Seaton bows. But there were villagers on offer, and I think he should have taken the villagers while he could and retreated. And that would have been his age up there and then. Sometimes I feel like when you see this, I know you need to try and win the military fight, but sometimes it's like, actually, if I can just trade the military, but like pick off an 8-vil raid, that's huge. But now actually he's won the military fight, and those villagers are hung out to dry, unless Sheckler forgets about him. But no, he's not forgetting them. Sheckler's a man of no mercy. He's gonna destroy his villas one by one. Another batch of 3 bow riders. Hussars are just trying to do something, but they can't re-engage, and those villagers are better forgotten, unfortunately. A bit of split micro here there from Sheckler, just letting the Z move in. Might actually get a few of these settlers out alive, so could have capitalised that a little bit better there from Sheckler, but he now has the decisive military and the economic lead ahead of his Dutch counterpart. The Dutch player really just out of any tempo. Sends an infantry combat. He's got no units. He could send 700 food, but he can't pick it up. He's got no more unit shipments in. Think he's called first tier Minutemen, but I can't be quite certain on that. I know he hasn't called big tier Minutemen just yet, but he's still trying to train a skirm, which is certainly noble. Once these bows go down, there's 3 husks which you can help clean up the Seatons, but more bow riders going behind here from Sheckler. Still not going for the axe riders just yet, but Seaton bows and bowmen also work quite well in that sense at the same time. So what can Eagle do? He's just waiting for the town centre to rip through. But the thing is, look at that. CM do 95 damage versus Seaton bows, so it's not adding too much. Maybe he has to kind of move around and have one villager then shoots that Seaton bow to try and do that damage. And yeah, just a full town centre shot went into that Seaton bow, and it's just really awkward in that sense. And maybe try and focus on his high HP bow riders, maybe the better play in that sense. Bit awkward here. I'm not too sure Eaglemut can do anything. More bow riders here, and Sheckler just chilling, enjoying, doing whatever he wants. He's now got a split of gold and food. Axe riders now being trained behind this. Villagers on the attack dance. What's attack dance here, buffing the attack, not the siege, but that's okay. Decent macro as well. 18 vills on food, 8 on gold. Good split. You got the stagecoach here to kind of split out that economy as well. You've got flexibility. You see a lot of players here would go all 4 TPs on one resource, but actually having a bit of a split here just allows that natural kind of macro to take over as the game progresses as well. Is Eaglemut hoping to trade his way up to a big Minutemen batch on the 2 banks? Possibly. He's got another shipment, but can't do anything here, unfortunately. All the villagers in the town centre. And the Axe Rise coming out here, so any skirms being produced from Eaglemut is going to feel a little out of place. They'll get caught, hunted down, caught very quickly. One Axe Rider here from Sheckler moving out. Actually does see 3 Hussars. He's running away, but he knows where he wants to pull across over there to catch them later on as the Bow Riders. Yeah, I think Dutch can. So one idea you can do is Dutch is I know I keep saying this, but let's say you did 14 village up and you get the 400 wood, you certainly can go TP on the 400 there, house and market, and then still sending you like a 700 kind of bank, and kind of go for your normal play afterwards. Don't think H1 TP can work, I guess, because it slows yourself down at the expense of hurting your opponent. But the thing is, the Lakota player, they don't have to go for 4 TP stagecoach. They can just do 2 TP FF, push in with a strong early force, and then you kind of having your own problems as a result of that. So I think an H2 TP in transition, if you see these stage line coming across to your opponent, is the opportunity. I don't think H1 train posters look as Dutch is the best idea. Yeah, I think Eaglemut's dead. What do you guys think? Do you think Eaglemut's got a way back in? Do you think he can maybe spawn tuck? Maybe he can get the new Honey Badger cheat unit. That could clean up. Let's see how it goes. But, oh, he's actually macroing his resources around for a big CM pop. That could maybe allow him to break out. But he's only got 16 vills, 15 vills. Oh, he's trying to gather the food up. He needs to buy at the market. He has to market. Okay, he has got hunting dogs and steel traps, but buy food. You got to. He's doing it. Cancel the bill. Where's this other? Did he just buy wood accidentally? I don't know. It's going down. The Hussars are coming in. Big CM's caught. He's done it. Big CM. But he's going behind the town centre. And there's so many Axe Riders here. And it's going to be to no avail, unfortunately. Spoiler alert. 12 CM is not enough to take on the army. I mean, probably 15 Axe Riders in total and maybe 15 bows. And, oh, that town centre is being repaired. He's getting the repair off. But as soon as that gets sieged, that repair will stop. Eaglemut just now on 0 resources, hanging on. You got to credit his dedication to trying to hang on. But unfortunately, I just think this time might be hanging on a little bit too much here, and the GG has been called. Sometimes you gotta give a man credit for trying, and just the early game there from Sheckler just went pretty kind of, well, I'm not gonna say awful. I was gonna say like awry. I think that's a word, awry. Just not as planned, not as how it should have gone on paper. A bit awkward there, but yeah, Sheckler with his main squeeze getting the victory over Dutch on Dakota, and you can just see how the Lakota players just losing all these units just to the TC fire. But in the end, that's absolutely fine because the Idle Vills from Sheckler as well. What's going on here? That surely can't be right. I mean, I know quite a lot of these villagers are just moving in between, but it shouldn't be that bad. Why is it just dancing vills? Do they count as idle? Do these count as idle? I don't know. It shouldn't be. This graph is just bugged, isn't it? It's just terrible, that graph. I have no idea what's going on. Let's go Ceremony Guardians. And it's dancing, some dancing, some not. I don't know what's happening with that. Doesn't really matter though. All the resources gathered, not even close. Great Eco helping Eaglemut along, but it just didn't quite work for him. And Villager population just lost these 2 vills to the market. Idle TC, this early pressure as well, and just didn't go to plan. This game was in the end. So yeah, rest in peace, Eaglemut. Sheckler getting the 2-1 over Eaglemut, and the race for the wooden spoon, I think, may have been settled on this series, with possibly Eaglemut taking that bottom place. But there's still a couple of weeks to go. Eaglemut may pull off a surprise 3-0 versus some other players. So we'll keep tabs on him and see how he progresses. But for this series, it's going to be ends. Thank you guys for watching. If you watch this on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you follow the playlist where all the other cast series will be uploaded, so you can watch your favourite players, other rounds, other matchups, other series, and enjoy your time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.